All right, testing. Anyone there? Can you hear me? Let's see if we can get this going.
Testing. Anyone there? Can you hear me?
I don't need that. Okay, there's me staring into a camera. For some reason, that one's not working. I don't know. There's the pedal board. This angle here just isn't working. And try one more thing. Who's excited? I'm excited. Finally giving this thing away. Try to add my main camera one more time, see if it'll work now that we're live. Boom, there I am. Live, looks like. Y'all can see me. What's up? How's it going? Let's read some comments, see who's here. Give it a few minutes, let people show up. And I'll play through here in a second and let y'all hear the board. Where y'all from? Let's see where y'all are from this time. And we got a bunch of people here. Worship guitarist Roberto Santiago, Carl Craig. Saw some people earlier that I recognized. Ezra Riviera, what's up? Tim Johnson, Matt Krill, I recognize that name. Justin Whitener, recognize that one. I talk to a lot of people, so it's hard to remember the conversations I've had, but I recognize some of the names. Can y'all hear my echo coming through? Because I guess I could just turn that off. I'll just turn that off. So the volume sounds good. It's not clipping. Let me play the guitar, and y'all let me know what it sounds like. Got the Reverend here. How many of you have not seen this? This is the Reverend Gil Paris Natural 2010. It has 2 humbuckers and a single coil. I love it. It's very versatile. I just dropped my telly off at a guy called Born Again Guitars. You can look him up. He actually lives right around the corner from me. And he worked on this when I first got it. And now he's working on my telly. And he's getting it set up, redoing some of the frets. And yeah, I'm excited to get it back. Let's see if we can hear this. This will just be the dry signal, not the board at all. Let's get a top-down shot so you can see what's going on. Let's see. We'll drag this to the top. Except it's not working. Why is that not working? Boom. There it is. Does the pedal board look like it's in focus? Alright, let's turn on the amp. Is that clipping in any way? Yes, it's clipping. I see somebody said yes. No, you're good. Let's put on the compressor. Turn off my mic so you don't hear the clicking of the strings. Here's the boost. turn the mic on so I can talk to you guys. So here's the overdrive just by itself. I'm on the neck pickup. Here's the comp. There's this little switch right here. When I flip it up, it kind of adds like another layer of boost. If I'm exactly in tune, but I don't have a tuner near me, so we'll deal with it. Let's just hear, let's add a little reverb. A lot of reverb. So the hall setting is much warmer. Plate. A little brighter. Spring. Very bright with some spring action. Plate. Hall. So let's just crank the drive, because why not, right? It might clip now, I don't know. Is that clipping? Or is it just nice and overdriven? Yes, sustain for days. Let me take the drive down a little bit and bump up this sustain even more, which I just turned it down. Let's see. Let's get real clean. All right, so how I'm gonna do the giveaway is we have two things to give away. Where am I at? Let's see me again. There I am. I have two things to give away. We have the pedal board to give away right here, and we also have this. If you haven't seen all the videos, which I know how it is, I don't watch everything from everybody who puts stuff out on YouTube. Just a quick behind the scenes story is New XFX sent me this pedal to be put on the pedal board like months ago, and I was waiting on it forever, and it never came, and then they sent me another one, and then like a few days later this showed up, and so I was like, oh well, this will be a second place winner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give away the big pedal board first, because I was thinking if I were you guys and my name, if I did this first and my name came up for this, you'd be like, oh man, if it wasn't for this, I would have won the pedal board. So the first name that comes up will win the pedal board. And then if you're still interested in doing this, I will give away this second. Does that sound good and fair? That's how my brain works. Because I'd be like, man, if my name came up and I just won this, which this is good. But if my name came up first, I'd be like, man, I was gonna win the pedal board. So let me know if that sounds fair to y'all. That's what we will do. Let's get some delay. Now I will say I haven't played through this pedal board a lot. Let's see if I can get both on the screen. That would be cool. Where did this go? Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm moving all kinds of stuff around. One day I'll get good at this live streaming stuff. Today's not that day, apparently. There we go. I already have the T6i on top. There we go. Now you can see the whole pedal board and my little face. There are some quirks. I haven't had this pedal board. I haven't played with it live or anything. I've just played it here in the room. And I've noticed with this, and if you've seen some of the other videos, I struggled with it. I did an update. This Atlantic delay and reverb, every time I boot up the board and I click it on, it goes silent. I don't know if it's a mess up with the pedal. I say every time. there was a time where I didn't notice it, and then the last few times I booted it up, I'm like, I'll turn on the reverb and it just goes silent. And what I do is I pull out the power and I stick it back in, and it works fine. So that's a bummer, and I don't know if it's something that is just wrong with the. Let's do it live. I'm gonna unplug the power to the board and let's see if it does it, because I just want to be transparent and show you guys what I've been dealing with. In case you win this board and you're like, hey, it's a faulty board. Well, I'm just giving you stuff for free, so you can fix it, right? All right, so the board is off. I unhooked the power, powered it up. Let's see what we got. We should just have clean through signal. Okay, that time it worked. So it's not every time. I don't know. When I plugged it in to film a minute ago, I had to unplug the power, plug it back in. So it's a little funky. Hopefully you won't have to deal with that. Hopefully it won't mess up on you guys. But there is a cable to plug it into the computer and do an update. It may just need another update. I'm not sure. But yeah, so let me show you a little bit more of the settings, and then we'll get into giving it away. I've done several giveaways, and this is the biggest one by far. There have been 1,584 of you sign up to win this. That's the biggest one so far. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for being here. All right, let's hear some delay. You can hold this down to go to BPM, which is what I like. What I don't like about this delay, what would make this all the better, it's got these little symbols here, but I wish it clicked to like dotted eighth is next, but I'm like trying to look at it from the top down like, am I right on dotted eighth? I wish they had like those little indents in the knobs. It's got to have some type of trick to the board. I know. That's just how it is. So there's that one. It's a good sound. I love that sound. All right, let's hear that other delay. This is the 80s. If I win, I promise I won't ask anything for Christmas. That's hilarious. What is that cap on your shelves? The cap. What cap are we talking about? What can you see? Cap. We talk this cap right here, like the hat. This one here, who has that? Mark Steven. You talking about my hat? This is Spirit Truth hat. There's a guy that has a YouTube channel. We're friends, and yeah, he gave me this hat. And they're not for sale, but yeah. This is the 60s. This one's really warm, the 70s one. I want to hear the solo studio gain. Okay, yeah, let's play with that next. All right, so this is just a solid studio. I have a couple of my favorite mics. We're on a Royer 121 right now. I know you probably can't see. I don't know how clearly you can see, but right now we're on the Jazz. Like, what is it? The Jazz Roland, whatever it's called, 120 amp. And that's kind of my favorite through my ears. I like that one the most. Let's crank the drive, and hopefully it won't clip. So this is the just the drive right here. And I have it on the EL84s, which have a lot more headroom. And so I can click it down to the 6v6 and the EL84. I'm on EL34. Correction. Put it on the EL84s, and then it tends to break up more, but I don't get as much volume. But here's the drive all the way up on the EL34. Different mic. These are the Greenback 412s. If I win, I could quit my day job and become a millionaire. Yes, that's obviously the next step if you win. So let's click it down here to the EL84s. So see the volume drops a lot, but you get a lot more gain. Yes, the mic position right now was in the mid. I'll walk through that. This is center. Let me go back to the Royer 121. We're on Greenback 412s. Master and drive all the way up. That's the center. Mid. Cone. Third place should be 100% be a jam session. Yes, that would be fun. I really like the tiny pedal boards. Can we get a jam session with you? Heads up, I suck. Well, obviously, I'm not that great either. So, yeah, that'd be fun to plan sometime. Seems like a good setup. Simple yet effective. Yeah, it is. I think so. It's pretty good. I like this setup. Let me try a couple more amps. Let me just walk through them real quickly with the mic and the drive, just like it is. This is a Bassman. More low end. Let's put it on the 6v6 since it's a Fendery. You can definitely hear the clean of that. This is the I didn't memorize these amps, but A212. I can't remember what that is. Is that an AC something? Cab. The TR. Man, I should have memorized these. The 1960, which would be the Marshall cab. The A212 was the Vox AC30. Good. Yes, correct me when I say stupid things. If there were more mids in the Bassman, let's see. Bassman. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. This is the Greenback again. Go back down to the EL84s. V412. All right, I don't want to be on here too long. Let me explain how I'm going to do the giveaway. On the giveaway platform, King Sumo, it'll say ready to award, and an email will pop up. So I will say the email. I'm not going to say it all out loud. I'll say like the first letter and the last couple letters, and whether it's at like Gmail or Hotmail or Yahoo or what in the world. So I'm going to award the Pedalboard first. Are y'all ready? HX Stomp giveaway next. Maybe. I've mentioned a few times in my videos that I have a big giveaway coming, and I was not referring to this giveaway. This is a big giveaway, but I have a bigger giveaway coming. I'm still waiting on stuff. Stuff is being delayed because I guess the COVID situation. But anyways, played the entire service with just my stomp and a volume pedal before. Definitely. I mean, stomp. All right, let's go. Yes. So, ready to award. I'm hitting the button. Let's see what happens. An email has come up. And I know what it is now. Okay. I'm going to say the first three letters. It's STY. The last letter is N, like nope, at iCloud.com. STY, lot of letters, N at iCloud.com. If that is your email, then you've just won this pedal board. Is that anybody watching? That would be cool. I do these giveaway things, and like it seems like every time I've given away something, it's never anybody that watches anything. Congrats to whoever that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out an email. They will have a certain amount of time to respond, hopefully within 24 hours. If they don't respond, then in a decent amount of time, I will put it back up for a giveaway. We will give it away to somebody who wants it. Yeah. So I'll say it again, and in case y'all didn't hear it, STYN at iCloud.com. All right, so let's do the second giveaway. The second giveaway is the Masamune on its own. Where'd it go? Where did I put that pedal? Boom, right here. Let's see who the second place giveaway is, and we can get off of here. Way to go. Yeah, that's right. All right, here we go. It'll say second place. Let me make a screenshot. All right, here we go. Second place winner is... We have another email. I'm screenshotting this just in case I... All right. Second place is, the email starts with ABE, ends with a 1 at gmail.com. ABE ends with a 1 at gmail.com. Is that you? Let me know in the comments. Travis Taylor, not me. Oh man, sorry about that. All right, so those are the winners. Congrats. I'm going to email you guys, and I'm going to send it out. Please respond promptly. Congrats to the winner. Is the winner in here? Any of the winners? Everybody's saying congrats. I don't see anybody saying it's me. And don't just say it's me just because. All right, guys. How many people entered out of curiosity? Yeah, let me tell you. It was... Let me go back home here. 1,585 people entered. Third prize is on fire. I know. I'm sorry, Brad. Over 1,000 people. Yeah, it was 1,585 people entered the giveaway. I'm going to be doing more giveaways coming soon. Let me show you guys a preview while you're still here, if you're still here, of something I just got in the mail recently that I'll be giving away next. I have several things. I guess the bigger you get on YouTube, which I'm not huge yet, but what? I got 66. My YouTube says 666, so I need some more. Need some more subscribers, quick. Actually, after giveaways, a lot of people just unsubscribe because they didn't win, but that's fine. That's fine. The people who want to be here will stick around, and that's cool with me. This is the next thing that I have. I have not even plugged it in yet, but I'm excited to give this away because the predecessor was really nice. This is the Augsburg Deluxe Amp Sim by Westminster Effects. Let's actually get that on the screen here. Can I figure this out? Boom. I'm on here. It's not focused. Boom. This thing right here. This is another amp sim. It's XLR out. And this is the Fender version to the Geneva that I did a giveaway with. Do it now, give it away now. No, I'm not giving it away now because I might be putting this on a pedal board or something. I don't know what my options are. People have been sending me stuff, so we'll see. I'm not going to give it away now, though. You guys are great, but not going to do it right now. But I haven't even tried it yet. I haven't tried it yet. Can I just have it? No, you need a delayed pedal and a dotted switch. I'm all about these amp sims. Me too, because I mean, you guys know me. I like pedal boards, and so having a lot of people may just have their pedal board. They don't want to give it up. If you could throw this at the end of the chain and still get some great sounds, yeah. They've done some upgrades since the Geneva, and I don't know if they just took my advice, but I had some pointers, and the switches are now more intuitive. They're actually up and down, so you know when they're on and when they're off. Westminster just emailed and said, do it now. Yeah, okay. Well, they didn't email me. Maybe he texted me. Let's see. No, he didn't. So, sorry. We'll do it. We'll do it next time. But the switches are up and down, which before I was like, I told Cody, I was like, I don't know if I'm just stupid, but left and right, I don't know which one's off and on, and I could try to hear, but I was like, am I listening to the cat? You know, anyways. Because there's a through switch. But yeah, I'm excited about this, the Fender style, and being able to put this at the end of your chain, and they're relatively inexpensive. Especially if you had, like, you could do two of them and run stereo. Like if you wanted Geneva on one side and the Fender on the other side. Thanks, Mark. Thanks for being here. Hey, from Jamaica. I love and appreciate you guys too. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy doing these giveaways because I like giving back to you guys. I hate that not everyone can win, but at least someone's winning. And I really appreciate you guys. I just said that. Is there anything else to talk about? Probably not. Do you guys have any questions? Anybody would just want to hang out and ask me something while we're on here for a few more minutes? I've had to use my music director's amp sim since we got back to our normal routines. Need to get one. Yes. Maybe you'll win. Did you put in a request for the XL to use the mode to cycle between stomp, bank, snapshot on their forum? More requests. Oh, no, I haven't. I haven't requested that. And a lot of people on Facebook said, hey, can't you just do that trick with the HX Stomp XL with Command Center? And maybe I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking about the settings that were on there. But yeah, I might have a workaround on Command Center. What I wanted to do was be able to go from have my preset up and down with the two knobs. Here, let's look at it real quick. I wanted this. Oh yeah, I got to show you the top down shot. It won't work. Boom. I wanted these two knobs to go preset up and down, and I wanted to be able to, with the modes, have these go from stomp mode to snapshot mode, but automatically it goes from stomp mode to preset mode, and you have to hold these two, or click these two to get to snapshots. And I'm like, well, that's two buttons, and what if I miss? I just want this button to be there. So I might be able to set it up via the Command Center, but I honestly haven't even plugged it back in since I posted that video, because I'm a busy person. We're remodeling our house, and yeah, I got a lot going on. Let's see, what else? Have I tried other Line 6 stuff like the Pod Go? No, I've had a lot of people, several people say, hey, make presets for the Pod Go, do stuff on the Pod Go. So it's relatively inexpensive. I could get one. I will say, when I got the Stomp XL, that is not the only Line 6 thing that I got. I just haven't gotten any of the other things out yet. I was actually looking for the XL, and I messaged him on Facebook, bought it off Facebook, and he's like, I got some other things for sale too. If you're interested. I said, no, I'm not interested. What do you have? And then I ended up buying everything. So anyways, we'll be looking to that stuff in the very near future. What's up, brother? What do you recommend? Stomp XL or Helix Floor? Okay, well, I have not played with the Helix Floor much. The Stomp XL, the reason the Stomps are so good is just overall size. I love having small pedals. Even this Stomp XL fits in my Reverend guitar case. And so I had like a little songwriting session I needed to go to. And I was like, man, this fits right in my case snugly without like messing anything up. And you can't do that with a Floor. Those things are humongous. So when talking about size, the convenience of being able to throw either of the Stomps in your backpack or in your guitar case is just a huge plus. Now, obviously, having two DSP chips with the Floor, spending that much more money and having a lot more switches, it really just depends on what you want to do. For me, the Stomps can do a lot, enough, I will say, for what I need, but it just depends on... and then you can always add and put things in the effects loop. I kind of want to do a little trick. I'm just sharing all my stuff today, but I want to put like a Line 6 I mean, I want to put the Helix and put that Stomp XL in the effects loop, and then put the HX Stomp in the effects loop of the XL, and put an HX Effects in the effects loop of that, and just have like inception of effects, and have like DSP, enough DSP to do whatever I wanted. Anyways, we'll see if that turns into a video one day. Love the content. Thanks, Juan. Have you tried the Witty Jack device? No, I have something up here I think is like the Witty Jack. I just haven't gotten into it. So I'm walking away from the mic. Probably can't hear me. I have this little thing. It's a wireless MIDI dealio. But no, I haven't had time, honestly. There's a lot of things I've wanted to try, but I just haven't had the time. I find myself needing more, Jason. I find myself needing more blocks. Haha, come on, Helix. Let's get more for the Stomp. Do you use wired or wireless in-ears? Any reasonably priced wireless in-ear? We use the normal P16 right now. Okay, so it's funny you say that because I just got something in the mail yesterday. Did I bring it in here? I think it's in the kitchen. I use the P16s is what we have, but I also have a wireless system that I just plug into the P16. So I'm still getting my sound out of the P16, and I have like an AnySpot 1400T or something that I will use, but honestly it's really noisy, and sometimes I just decide to go without it. I'm still using the NuX wireless, these things, well, they're down there, but the wireless guitar system. And so somebody just sent me in the mail a wireless thing for your in-ears. So I'm going to be testing that very soon and seeing how they hold up, see if they're clear. Levi, dude, what? I don't know. What are you talking about? I think the HX Stomp content. I think you're the HX Stomp content king on YouTube. Thanks, Luke. Appreciate that very much. Do you have presets for black gospel music where your presets can work for it? It can definitely work for it. I mean, I think a lot of the different styles of music is how you play, and you can definitely get the tones you need. Lamb in front of the XL to free DSP. Definitely. Whether we're talking about the Stomp or the Stomp XL, asking which effects go best with it. I get that question a lot. Obviously, overdrives are good because you don't even have to put them in the effects loop. So drives like the Lion and the Lamb, got them right here. They sound great in front of the Stomp. Everything sounds great in front of the Stomp. I've heard people say that some of their drives don't sound good in the Stomp. I haven't had that problem. Maybe it's a drive that they've had in front of their amp, and then they hear it through the Stomp and it just sounds different. I could see that. I haven't had that problem, though. What is my current favorite song that I love to lead? Nate. So there's one that I've been playing nonstop. It's called Holy is Our God by Austin Stone. I haven't led it yet, though, so it's not really answering the question, but it will be the next one that I introduce to my church, and it's just, I love it. Let's see. One of my favorites to lead right now, though, that I already lead, so many favorites. We've been doing some of the new Phil Wickham stuff. 1,000 Names is really fun. Hymn of Heaven, I love leading that because it's just a hymn and it's just really congregational, and so I love doing that one. What do you think about the quad core? I haven't played through any of them I haven't played through any of them. The closest I got to one was at Brian Wall's backstage tour of his little thing. Message retracted. Okay. What is your favorite song? Oh, I just read that. Who won? Okay, so who won? I don't have the answers in front of me now, but I screenshotted them. Let me see. The emails were... I should review this for people waiting to hear. The first place winner was... Here's the email. It was STY. First three letters of the email. The last letter was an N at iCloud.com. And the second place winner was ABE. Ends with a 1 at gmail.com. Second place winner was the Masamune pedal by itself. Anyone tried is it Flamma? I don't know. Echo Verb. You know what? They've reached out to me and I said, yeah, I'd be willing to try some stuff. Send it my way. So, yeah, so if they send me that, I will give you my thoughts on how it compares to the Atlantic for sure. Any words of encouragement or advice for new worship leaders? Yes, this is a great question. I'm glad you asked. And I will say, if you've seen some of my other videos, I love gear and all this stuff. It's what a lot of people on YouTube like to watch. It's what they search. But my heart is not about gear. My passion is not necessarily about gear. It's about ministry. And so, words of encouragement for new worship leaders, I would say simple stuff like, it's not about you. There are people who get into worship ministry because they like being on stage. They like to play guitar. They like hearing their voice amplified. But I would say advice is know what you're doing and why you're there. We lead worship to allow God's people to sing back to God, to worship Him, and to encourage each other. And a lot of times we get the cart before the horse, and we let things get in the way of why we're there to begin with. And so that's something I even struggle with from time to time. I need to remember that, when I'm leading a song or picking songs out, that is this song singable? Will the people be able to hear themselves? Are they encouraged by it? Or am I thinking, oh, my voice will sound sick on this song? Or, man, this guitar tone is awesome. That's why I like the song Holy is Our God, because the guitar tone is awesome. It's got these really cool hits, but the lyrics are just like, yes, it's the best. It's Godward. It's amazing. And so, yeah, any words of encouragement for new worship leaders is think about why you're there. And why you're there as a worship leader is to allow God's people, give them the everything they need to worship their God, remove all distractions, give them songs to sing, put words in their mouth that actually edify the church, the rest of the church, and worship God. Do I use any actual amps live or just run direct? Lately, I've just been running direct. I did have a Tyler HM18. Love that amp, but it sat for like over a year. Ended up selling it. And then at the church, I still have my first amp ever, which is a Blues Junior. I'll never get rid of that. So I always have that. And I actually played through it not long ago. I don't know if I shared this on Instagram or on YouTube, but I forgot my pedalboard at home one morning. I went to church and forgot my pedalboard. And so I was like, what am I doing? I just got there. I practiced singing, warming up my voice, and I got all the way to church. And I was like, I left all my stuff at home, and it's too far to turn around. So I was like, I panicked, got out the church worship pedalboard, which was my old pedalboard, and played through the Fender Blues Junior, and it sounded great. Is an isolator with the HX Stomp worth it? I did not spend any extra money on a DI box for myself. I do run through a DI. I don't go direct. I have the cable that comes out of the Stomp, 1/4 inch, and turns into an XLR on the other end. But I haven't had a need to do that. There's always a direct box. And I've heard, piece of warning, that if you choose to not get a direct box, you're always at risk of some noob at the soundboard sending phantom power, which could harm your unit, and having a direct box in between there could stop that potential damage. So, yeah, I just run through a regular, whatever direct box is sitting there that we have at the church. A lot of times it's what's that name brand? Radial, I think is what we have. Let's see. Have you tried NuX Cerebrus? No, I have not. What kind is that? They are sending me another one, but it's the one people have asked me. They're sending me the Ace of Tone very soon. Do I use a volume or expression pedal much on stage? I don't. Not when I'm leading. And I rarely get to play lead guitar for people anymore. Every now and then there might be an event if a worship leader asks me to play guitar, and I do for swells a lot. I did set it up. I did a youth camp and I set it up just to have it, and I found that I didn't use it much. There were a few songs where it was female led, vocal led, and I wasn't singing, and I was like, I'm gonna do some swells and add some pretty stuff. But that's the only time I would use it. There are a couple of the expression tricks that I've talked about, but I haven't found that I have actually used that live in a long time. Pedalboard looks sweet. Appreciate it. Tim, I love that you focus on singable and whether the congregation can see themselves singing it. Definitely have played songs that I thought were not great for worship, but my leader chose them. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard choosing songs, and I don't totally rely on myself for this. We have a good group of elders. I just sent them the song the other day. I was like, hey, I'm looking forward to doing this new song. and holy is our God. And got some feedback, and one of the elders was like, "Hey, it's instrumentation heavy, so make sure there are parts in the song where the congregation can hear themselves." Which there are parts in that song where like all the music comes down. It's another reason I love it, where you can just sing that chorus over and over again. So yes, definitely letting the people hear themselves sing is something good to think about. I just sold my Blues Junior. I use my HX Stomp for electric bass and acoustic. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a need for amps anymore unless you just want an amp. I mean, there's nothing wrong with amps, but I say there's no need for it. If you're, the HX Stomp is a good backup to an amp, but also an amp can also be a good backup if something goes wrong and you still need live sound in a room. Pulling an amp out is also can be a backup. So I like having access to both still, even though I still never play through them. Let's see. It's always encouraging to hear leaders say it's not about the gear. Gear is fun, but it's not about us. That's right. God can use any rig. That's for sure. And we love, us guitar players, we love hearing the nuances of like different reverbs and stuff, different tones, and a lot of times like you can't tell. I was able to go to a worship conference in the area, in the Triangle here, and a well-known guitar player was playing through an expensive piece of gear, and his tone sounded amazing. But in the moment, I was worshiping, and I really was worshiping, but I heard him do some lead lines that sounded really good, and I was like, he could be playing through the red bean, and I wouldn't even know. Like, I wouldn't know. You could probably make that sound just as good. So, like, in a full band context where you hear it sticking out, but that's not the only instrument you're listening to, it's really hard. If you know what you're doing, you can make any piece of gear sound good. Having said that, if you don't know what you're doing, you can make any piece of gear sound bad. And that is definitely true. Like, people that just don't know how to dial things in properly. And that used to be me, we don't wake up knowing this stuff, so it's not bad on you if you don't know how to do it. Just keep learning. But I've heard people take really good gear and make it sound bad. Deeper one here, so sorry so long. When selecting songs, how do you protect the hearts of the congregation while wrestling with the tension between content of the song itself and teaching? Let's see if I understand that. Protect the hearts of the congregation while wrestling with the tension between the content of the song itself and teaching. Theology of the song creator. Oh, I see. Theology of the song creator in order not to promote unsound doctrine. We have been prayerfully navigating this for some time now. Just curious how other churches. Yes, I know exactly what you're referring to. And so I would say follow the lead of your elders. If you are an elder at your church or you are the one solely responsible for picking out songs, much like I am, but I'm not an elder at my church, so I always go to the elders if I have something questionable. Our church, and this may ruffle feathers, not meant to, I'm just letting you know what our church does, and I submit to our elders. We have chosen not to sing Bethel songs right now. For several reasons, and if you want to know, we can go into that. But that's just the rule. No Bethel music or related artists is what was said, and so what that means is like if you can go to their website and see them on the website as like I think they have like a Bethel creative, then I don't do music by them. So that cuts out songs I love. Like I love Corey Asbury stuff, like The Father's House is an amazing song. Egypt, we wouldn't do that at my church. Now if there's an event, I just led The Father's House the other night, so I don't have anything personally wrong with it. It's more of a shepherding your particular congregation, and so we just decided and the elders decided for our congregation at this time, because we used to do Bethel, that we would not do any Bethel or related artists at this time. Now that does not include Phil Wickham. I know he writes with them. He has a relationship with them, but you don't really see his name on the website as like a related artist. So we still do Phil Wickham. I hope that clears that up. That's how we do that. And honestly, even when we did Bethel songs, I only did ones that I thought were helpful, that filled a need in the library of songs that we had at the church, and that were, gospel centered, Christ centered, and Godward focused. So yeah, that's how we go about navigating that. There are also some other artists that I've been told to just take a break from, and I'm like, I'm on board. I can do that. And there's plenty of music out there. There's plenty of songs. And so I try not to let my feelings get hurt if I can't play a song I really want to play, because there's a bunch out there. So I'm learning to just roll with it and think more like a pastor and think, okay, what does my church need? And even if I don't think it's what it is, like maybe the elders have more insight than I do, or at least I just need to follow their lead on it. And if I were a pastor, that's what I would want from my worship leader. Hope that's helpful. It's 12 a.m. here in the Philippines. I stayed up for this. Man, appreciate it. 12:50 actually. Really praying. So we know the winner. Let me go ahead and say it again. The winner. Well, I already announced it. We're just doing kind of a Q&A right now. The winner of the full pedal board. The email started with STY, ended with an N at iCloud.com. And then the second place winner of the Masamoon booster and compressor was ABE, ends with a 1 at gmail.com. So for those of you just showing up, wondering who won, those were the answers. Rosby, I'm working with a Joyo. Is that how you say that? Joyo? Setup right now. I bought the Harley Benton. Boom, boom, boom. Modified. It sounds awesome. Oh, that's great. How do I check the winner? I just announced that. Bethel has some non-biblical stuff going on that are hard to understand. That's true. Thank you, the Fredster, for typing that in there. I guess I could have done that. Thank you for putting that in there. I've been thinking about working on modernizing some old hymns. I do that. That's something I do. So, and I need to do more of them. We sing, I love doing hymns, and I have a really good band that's really good at bringing dynamics to it. And some of the old hymns, like we'll do 3 or 4 verses, and like we kind of have the same pattern, based on what the lyric says. We'll like come down on the 3rd verse and then build back in, and usually start acoustic or something. So like How Great Thou Art, we usually sing like 3 verses of that, and I usually start it like acoustic. The 2nd verse will come in with a groove, 3rd verse will come out and then build real big. I do that for Come Thou Fount, There Is a Fountain. There's a few of the hymns that I like to do. My church is in Saudi Arabia. I'm inside the church right now, more like a room actually. Oh, that's awesome, man. Quick question about my guitar. Are those pickups upgrade or stock? They are stock as far as I know. Now, I bought the guitar new, but I think they're stock. And when the guy who worked on my guitar at Born Again Guitars, I think he confirmed that they were stock. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off of here. I appreciate you guys following the channel, subscribing, watching these videos. Follow me over on Instagram. I've been actually worse on Instagram than even YouTube. Sometimes I post things. I posted more this week because of the giveaway, but the social media aspect of it's been a blessing to kind of get off of there. But I'm on there now and again, so you can follow me over there. Sometimes I do more behind the scenes stuff, and I try to put some of that stuff on the community tab here on YouTube. Thanks for the question and answer. Yes, thanks Justin, Levi, those of you, Nate. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in a near video and a new giveaway coming up shortly. So